Meta ads for remodelers have a reputation problem. Contractors run them, spend a few $100, hire an agency, suffer, get some form fills, and then nothing happens. I want to show you something. A bathroom and kitchen remodeler came to us after running ads on his own for about 4 months. He was booking maybe one appointment every week or two. We took over. We ran the exact same offer to the exact same audience and on the exact same platform. 11 in-home appointments in 1 week. The only thing we changed was the follow-up. And that's the part most contractors never get right. This is the full setup, starting with the offer. First, we gotta make the number pretty. Every meta ad for a remodeler has the same problem at its core. The homeowner scrolling through Facebook has no idea what a bathroom remodel costs. The one that works best for us right now is what we call a flat rate anchor. Something like, get your dream bathroom for $5,000. That's it, that's the offer. Not request a free estimate or contact us for pricing. A number. A specific, clean, attractive number attached to a specific outcome. We've tested this against vague offers. Transform your bathroom this spring, that kind of thing. And the flat rate wins every time on the form fill. The number does the work before the person even reads the rest of the ad. For kitchens, it's a different number. For home remodels, it's a different number again. The point is that the number has to feel impressive and like a deal. The other version of this is a time window discount, like a spring special or end of season rate, something that expires. This one works because of urgency. The flat rate works because it removes anxiety. Both of these are valid. What the offer is actually doing is answering the question the homeowner has before they even know they're asking it. How much is this going to cost me? When you answer that up front with a number that feels manageable, the friction of filling out the form drops. They're not committing to anything. They're just finding out more about a thing that has already a price attached. That's a much easier mental step than request a quote with no number in sight. Next thing in order is to pick your project type. You pick a flat rate that feels real and attractive. Write the offer as one sentence. Get a blank for blank. That's your ad headline. That's what goes above the form. Don't overthink it. The simpler the number, the simpler it performs, and the better it performs. Now, once the offer is set, you need creative, or rather the ad itself. And this is where most remodelers either run one generic ad and wonder why it stops working, or they hand it off to someone who makes it look like every other contractor ad on the internet. Stock photo of a kitchen, blue logo, call us today. Nobody stops for that. We run 4 ad types, and each ad does something wildly different. The first ad is what we call the simple before and after. Take a photo of a job before you touched it, ugly tile, old vanity, whatever. Edit the after shot into the same image so the transformation is visible in one frame. This one works because it's proof. The homeowner can see exactly what you do without reading a word. Bonus points if you're actually in the picture. The second ad is the team selfie. Someone on the crew takes a photo with the job site or a finished project in the background. The copy says something like, hey, we're looking for more customers in, insert your city here. Here's what we're offering this month. This one works because it's human. It doesn't look like an ad, it doesn't look like AI, it looks like a guy on a job site talking to his neighbors. That's pretty approachable. The third is what we call the marketer quit ad. It's a funny animated image, looks a little rough on purpose. And the copy leans into the joke. Something like, hey, our marketer quit, so we're just gonna tell you directly we're doing bathrooms for $5,000 this month. This one works because it breaks the pattern completely. Every other ad in the feed looks polished and corporate and cool. This one looks like a contractor who's gonna be straight with you, or it's like just straight up funny like a stick figure. The fourth is just a testimonial video. A real customer on camera talking about the job. It doesn't need to be produced. Phone video is fine. Authentic is better than slick here. This one works because it handles the trust problem. The homeowner isn't hearing from you, they're hearing from someone who was in their position X amount of months ago. Each of these is doing a different job for a different homeowner. The before and after catches the person who's visually motivated. They want to see what's possible. The team selfie catches the person who wants to feel like they're hiring a local guy, not a faceless big company. The marketer quit ad catches the skeptic, the person who's been burned before and is tired of polished marketing speak. The testimonial catches the person who needs some social proof before they'll take any action at all. You're not running these to the same person. You're running them because different people in your target area respond to different things. No matter how many ads my mom sees on the internet for a product, she's gonna buy it from Amazon. People have different behaviors. Start with the before and after and the team selfie. Those are the easiest to make and they tend to perform well right out the gate. Add the marketer quit creative once you have a few jobs under your belt and can lean into the humor. Add the testimonial video as soon as you have one customer willing to say something nice on camera. Run all 4 once you have them. Let the data tell you which one of your specific audience responds to the most. It's the one that gets the most performance. The next piece in this equation is the form, which is the thing that people fill out. Now, we're not gonna send people to a website. That's too scary. We're gonna make a form on Facebook. The form is where most people overcomplicate it. They wanna know everything up front, like a name, email, phone, address, project type, timeline, budget, how they heard about you, what their dog's name is. And every question you add is a percentage of people who close the tab and never finish. So, nice and simple. We use 4 questions. That's it. Timeline. When are you looking to get it done? Budget. What have you set aside for this project? Project type. What are you looking to have done? Address. Where are we going? That's the whole form. The timeline and budget questions are doing double duty. They're pre-qualifying the lead before the setter even picks up the phone. If someone puts 6 months out and $500 budget, skip. We're not going to call that person. The setter knows what they're working with before the call starts. The address is there so the setter can confirm on it on the call, and so the estimator knows where they're going. Project type is there so the setter can open the call with the right context. Hey, just calling about the bathroom you're looking for. Everything else, email, how they heard about you, all of it can wait. Or frankly, it doesn't really matter at all. What happens when you shorten the form is 2 things. More people finish it because the friction's lower. And the people who do finish it are more serious because they answered real questions about timeline and budget rather than just typing in their name and hitting submit. A longer form doesn't give you better leads. It just gives you fewer of them. 4 questions gets you volume and enough information to qualify on the call. Go into your meta lead form right now. If you have more than 4 or 5 fields, cut it down. Keep timeline, budget, project time, address, and maybe throw an email and name. That's the whole form. The next piece of the puzzle is what we call the 60-second rule. This is the part that actually determines whether this entire beautiful system you just worked on actually works. You can have a great offer, great creative, a clean Facebook lead form, tons of reviews, and if the follow-up is slow, literally none of this matters, you can skip this whole thing. Meta leads are not like Google leads. Someone searching on Google has intent. They went looking for something. Someone on Meta was scrolling and something caught their eye. The intent is softer and the window is way shorter. Just to back this up, the MIT and Kellogg research on lead response time found that calling within 5 minutes makes you 100 times more likely to reach the person than calling after 30 minutes. That's just a 25-minute difference. 100 times. We took that and pushed it even further. Our standard is 60 seconds. The lead hits the form, the notification goes to the setter calls. Not in an hour, not when they get around to it, within 60 seconds. We had a client before we worked with him who was calling leads back the same day, sometimes the next morning if it came in late. He thought that was reasonable. It's not. By the time he called, the person had already gotten 3 other quotes, forgotten they filled out the form, or just moved on entirely. After we put the 60-second system in place, his booking rate on leads went from around 10% to over 40%. When someone fills out a form and their phone rings 30 seconds later, they're still in the moment. They still remember why they filled it out. They're still thinking about the bathroom or the kitchen or the home. You're not interrupting their day. You're continuing a conversation they just started in their head. That's a completely different call than the one when you're trying to remind someone of something that they did yesterday while they were sitting on the toilet. This is a people problem, not a technology problem. You need a human being whose job it is to watch for form submissions and call them immediately. Not a bot, not an automated text sequence, a person. Set up notifications so the setter gets alerted the second a lead comes in. Their only job in that moment is to pick up the phone in 60 seconds, every time. Now, what they say is a bigger deal than I wish I could say. We call this the setter script. The call itself is where a lot of this falls apart, even when the response time is right. The setter picks up the phone, the lead answers, and then it gets weird. It's too salesy, it's too formal, too much information too fast. So I hired an analyst to go through thousands of our sales call recordings, and based on the exact sentiment shifts and outcomes of each call, he put together the perfect script. Here it is word for word. The opener. Hey, John, this is Ben from Alpha Home Remodeling. I was just calling because we saw you submitted a form with us and it looks like you might be interested in having a bathroom remodel done. Is that right? That's it. Confirm who they are, confirm why they're calling, ask one yes or no question. Then, this is super quick. I just wanted to run through and confirm a couple things. And then can I get one of our guys scheduled to come out and get an estimate on that project for you? You're not selling anything. You're scheduling a visit. Then you ask for the 30-second overview. Hey, can you just give me the quick rundown of what you're looking to have done? You want them to start ranting. You want to encourage them to dream a little. If they respond with one sentence, one word, spur them on, ask them again. Once they do this, then you just book a time. Hey, awesome, sounds like something that's really interesting. Would tomorrow or the day after work to have someone come take a look? It takes about 20 minutes. Then you confirm the details from the form. Budget, timeline, address, not interrogating, just confirming. Hey, I've got it in my notes right here on the form that you're looking to get this done in the next couple of months and you've set aside around this much. Do I have that right? Then you end the call and immediately create a group chat. Add the lead, the owner, and whoever is relevant on your team. Send 2 things into that chat. Your Google reviews link and a short intro video from the owner explaining what to expect when the estimator comes out. The lead now has the owner's direct number. They've seen your reviews. They've seen a video of the person running the company. By the time the estimator shows up, they went from a Facebook lead who has no idea who you are to someone who's watched a video and trusts you. But now that you have all of this Facebook ad system, you're gonna actually need need the follow-up system, because sometimes leads are gonna come in at like 2 in the morning and that's not gonna work. So go ahead and click on this video to learn exactly how to get that done.